Hello and welcome. This is sets video number 20 and today we are going to find out how do we solve problems involving sets. So specifically, these are the type of problems we are going to learn how do we solve. So find union of sets where two sets are given to us. Next question, how do we find the union of two sets A and B where A and B are given in set builder form? Third question, how do we find out the union of this time three sets? Fourth type of question, how do we find out the intersection of two sets and both sets are given in set builder form? And finally, how do we find out intersection of any three given sets? Now, I hope that you have gone ahead and checked out our new website risingpearl.com. If not, please go ahead and check it out as we post new content, new problem sets for you to practice on every day. If you want to practice these particular types of questions that we have just mentioned, simply go to risingpearl.com and from the top menu select Class-11-Math and from the drop down select Sets Problem Sets and then make sure to click on problem set number 5. Problem set number 5 specifically contains these types of questions. Or you can open your browser and paste this URL. I'm going to also provide the link to the problem set 5 on the top right side corner of this video and in the description box below. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first question. So here we have been given two sets. So let's call the first set as A. So let's write this as A equal to 1, 2, and 3. So set A contains 1, 2, and 3. And let's say our set B contains 3, 4, 5, and 6. So let's write 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we have these two sets and we have to find out the union of these two sets. So we know that union of any two sets is a set that contains all elements from both the sets. So we write A union B as, we write A, then the union symbol is this U-shaped symbol. This is union. So this is A union B. So A union B will be a set that contains all elements of A and all elements of B. And the way we do that is first we write all elements of A. So A has 1, 2, and 3. So let's go ahead and write 1, comma 2, comma 3. And now we want to write all elements of B. But also remember that we do not repeat elements. So here we notice that the element 3 belongs to both the sets. So we have already written 3 as part of set A. We do not want to write 3 again because we do not repeat elements. So we will start with 4. So we will write comma 4, 5, and 6. So A union B, or the union of these two sets, will be this set. Let's take a look at the next question. Now here, find the union of sets A and B, where A is the first set and B is the second set. Here the sets are given in set builder form. We have learned how do we convert set builder form to roster form and vice versa. I'm going to provide a link on top right side corner of this video for you to quickly review what is set builder form, what is roster form, and how do we convert from one form to the other. So let's first write both the sets in roster form. So A will be equal to, so A contains element X where X is a natural number and is a multiple of 5. So let's quickly review what is a natural number. Well, natural number is a collection of numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, so on and so forth. So these are natural numbers. So set A contains natural numbers, but they also have to be multiples of 5. That means our set A will look something like this. It will be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and so on and so forth. So this is how our set A will look like in roster form. Now let's write the same for set B. So what is set B? Set B contains element X where X is a natural number and X is less than 7. We should have put a bracket, parenthesis here. So x is a natural number less than 7. That means we have to write this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We stop here. Now we have to find out A union B. So A union B will contain all elements from set A and all elements from set B. Now we notice that set A is an infinite set because it has infinite elements. But set B is a finite set. So we start with set B first. So let's write all elements of set B. So we write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now how do we write all elements of set A? Well, A is simply multiples of 5, right? So we say it is this, or we will say simply multiple of the number 5. So this part, second part, or multiple of number 5, means it will cover all these elements 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, so on and so forth. Now there is one quick observation you need to make here. When we say multiples of 5, it starts from 5, but we have already written 5 here. So we should actually remove this 5 from the list. Meaning when we write set B, we will write 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, or multiples of 5, because multiples of 5 will start from 5. So this 5 will be covered as part of multiples of 5. Or we would have, if you wanted to write the 5 the way we have written, then we have to make sure that this multiple of 5 starts from 10 onward. Let's take a look at our next question. This time we are given 3 sets. How do we find out? So we are given a set A that contains elements A and B. Set B contains elements B, C, D, and C contains elements C, D, E, F. So how do we find out A union B union C? So the way we will solve this, let's write it over here. So A union B union C. The way we are going to do this is first we are going to find out A union B. A union B. We will first find this set, and once we have the answer, we are going to take that set and do union with set C. So this is our approach of how we are going to solve this. Now let's go ahead and find out what is A union B. So let's do it over here. So A union B will be a set that contains all elements of A and all elements of B. So first we write elements of A. So we write A, comma B. Then we write all elements of set B. So we have B, C, D, but we have already written B once, so we don't write B again. Then we write simply C and D. So this is A union B. That means now we have our question. Now it looks like we have this set which has A, B, C, D as its elements. A, B, C, and D. And we are trying to find out this set union C, D, E, F. C, D, E, F. So now when we do a union of two sets, we are going to get a set that will contain all elements of these two sets. So we are going to first write all elements of the first set. So we write A, B, C, and D. And now we are going to write all elements of the second set. But we notice that C is already covered, so we don't write C. Then we look at the next element. D is also covered, so we don't repeat these two elements. We start from E, so we write E and F. So the answer to this question, find A union B union C, will be this set. This is how we do union of 3 or more sets. Now let's go ahead and take a look at some questions involving intersection of sets. So here we have two sets given, C and D, and they are both given in set builder form. So as always, first let's convert them to roster form. So we can write our element, I should say set C as So set C contains element x, where x belongs to natural numbers. We already know what natural numbers are. And x is also in this range. X is greater than or equal to 1. That means we can write 1. Then, and x is less than or equal to 4. So set builder, when we convert set C from set builder to roster form, it will look like 1, 2, 3, and 4. These are all natural numbers, and these are also numbers which are in this range. X greater than or equal to 1 and x less than or equal to 4. Similarly, now let's write the set D in set builder in roster form. So D contains element x, where x belongs to natural numbers, and x is greater than 2. Note there is no equal to sign here, and x is less than or equal to 6. That means x will start from 3. It is greater than 2. So we write 3 here, and then 4, 5, and is 6 included? X is less than or equal to 6. So yes, 6 is included. So here we have set C and set D. And now we are going to write C intersection. We know the sign for intersection or symbol for intersection is upside down U. So C intersection D will be a set. We know that when we say intersection of two sets, that is a set that contains elements that are common to both the sets. That means when we do intersection of two sets, we are finding out only common elements that belong to both the sets. So the way we are going to do that is we are going to take a look at every element of the first set, and we will see if that element is also present in the second set. So we start with set C. So let's say the first element is 1. Is 1 present in D? We don't see 1 here, so we cannot write 1. Now then let's move on to the second element, which is 2. We also notice that 2 belongs to C, but 2 is not present in D, so 2 doesn't go here. Then 3. 3 actually belongs to set D, so 3 is common in both the sets, so we write element 3. And the last element is 4. We note that 4 also is available in both the sets, so we write 4. So C intersection D is a set that contains elements 3 and 4. 3 and 4 are the only two elements which are common to both sets C and D. So this is how we solve questions on intersection of two sets. Now finally, let's go ahead and take a look at intersection of three sets. So here we have been given set A as 1 and 2, set B contains elements 2, 3 and 4, and C contains elements 1, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So let's find out. So how do we solve A intersection B intersection C? The way we do that, so let's write over here. So A intersection B intersection C. The way we are going to solve this is first we are going to solve A intersection C, A intersection B I should say. Once we find this answer, then we are going to do an intersection of that with the set C. So now let's find out A intersection B. And at this point you should also remember the various properties of union of sets and intersection of sets. I'm going to provide those two video links in the top right side corner of this video as well for you to quickly review them. So let's find out A intersection B. So when we are finding out A intersection B, we are looking to identify elements which are common to A and B. So we start with the first element of A, which is 1. We see that 1 is not present, so we cannot write 1 here. Then we start with the second element 2. We notice that 2 actually is present in both the sets A and B. So we write 2. So A intersection B is just the element, it's a set that contains element 2. So here we have 2, and now we have to find out this intersection, our set C, which is this 1, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 1, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And now we realize that is the element 2 present in this set? It is not present. That means the answer to this question is a empty set or a null set or a void set, which we represent by the symbol phi. So this is how we solve questions involving intersection of 3 or more sets. So if you find this video helpful, please subscribe to the channel and do check out the new website www.risingpearl.com, where you can find out so many problem sets for you to practice on.